to a new episode and new season of Journey of a Christian Writer. In this episode, I'm going over third person limited, point of view, he, she, and it. Third person limited is the most commonly used point of view by writers in their short stories or novels. While there are some similarities to first person, this point of view is specifically when a narrator or the author reveals and shares the expressions of a single character per scene. There are a couple key points that can really be helpful when writing in this type of perspective. These include the following: know your characters well, use one character per scene, use proper pronouns, show internal conflict, and withhold information until the character discovers it themselves. For the first one, know your characters well, there are a couple questions that can really be helpful, aside from just relying on the basic information of physical attributes. And these questions include the following: what role does the viewpoint character play? And what are the viewpoint character's story relationships? How does the viewpoint character connect with other characters within the story? And what makes these relationships significant to the whole story itself? All of these questions will allow readers to know what goals are needed in scenes, the character motivation, and the turning points that will allow them to create a cohesive storyline. One of the most important bits of information when writing in third person limited is to use one character per scene. This means writers reveal and share the actions and thoughts of a single character's perspective at a time, and readers are only in that character's head for a particular scene. Writers should also avoid head hopping, which is switching between viewpoint characters in a scene, and confuses readers. They can avoid this by using scene breaks, headers, or the advantage of dialogue to reveal other characters' cognitive and emotional states. For example, maybe the viewpoint character makes a comment or asks a question. Again, it's similar to first person point of view, but the pronouns differ and writers have a little bit more opportunity for story description. When it comes to pronouns, it's pretty self-explanatory when it comes to third person limited. For male characters, writers use the pronouns he, his, or him. For female characters, they'll use the pronouns she, her, or hers. And for any animals, creatures, or non-human living beings, they'll use the pronoun it. Showing internal conflict makes characters become more alive and more realistic to readers. There are a couple questions that can be helpful for writers when it comes to showing internal conflict while writing in third person limited. Some of these include: who or what is causing the viewpoint character to experience internal conflict? Is there an antagonistic character, pivotal event, or certain insecurities that have an effect upon the viewpoint character? What is the viewpoint character's motivation? What choices or decisions do they make? And how does the viewpoint character interact and respond to other characters? All these questions can help writers to show internal conflict while writing in one perspective of a character at a time. The most important key point when it comes to third person limited is to withhold information until the character discovers it his or herself. Writers must keep certain story details or character turning points to themselves, and especially if the viewpoint character wasn't present during a previous scene. How can the viewpoint character know something if he or she wasn't there? It's also impossible for the viewpoint character to know the inner thoughts of other characters they interact with. Hence, back to the limited reference, the only events and thoughts that the viewpoint character should know are the ones that involve themselves, just as in first person. There are several different examples of books that use the third-person limited perspective. Some of these examples are the children's story Hatchet by Gary Paulson, my debut novel Eva's Promise, and a novel I'm currently reading, What the River Keeps by Cheryl Gray Bostrom. Third-person limited has specific characteristics that are vital when writing in this perspective. Although most writers consider third-person limited easier than first-person, knowing the key points will ensure they write a complete story with a structured plot and believable character relationships that coincide with the objectives and motivations within their stories. Alright, that is it for this episode. I hope it was helpful, and until next time, happy writing. My publishing company, Risen Halo, is now on Pango Books. Pango Books is an online platform where readers can get used books at discounted prices. Are you an avid reader? Interested in getting my Christian fiction books at discounted prices? Then follow my shop to get the notifications on special sales. God bless, and thank you for your support.